Hi y'all, welcome to another video. Sorry that I look very today I'm actually going out. I'm going to meet my lawyer today. I am going to help her with her operations. So we're having a call some time ago. She had like a bit of issues and like things kind of piled up. So she's finding it difficult to like manage her team, actually get those deliverables out basically without feeling overwhelmed because and then she also is trying to hire a personal assistant. She doesn't want to hire an assistant that, the assistant doesn't have anything to do and she's still having to tell them, okay, you do this, you do that, you do this. So she wants a system that is automated, reduces her amount of talking, gives her team like more initiative, but also like controlled initiative and then to like maintain awareness of what is even pending and not pending. So that's essentially an operations problem, and this is something that I'm actually very good at. I'm actually planning to launch an operations toolkit, so I decided to use her business as like a, let me even see if businesses actually need this. So that's my plan for today, and obviously along the way I'm going to be telling you things around operations really. The escalator is not working. So I have a plan.
Okay, what's the plan?
What time are they going to like arrive? So I want us first to do a video to document like the current state right now with your operation. Okay.
The past few months have been very chaotic. I mean, being a small business owner in Lagos, it has been filled with a lot of introspection for me, right? Because you want to do your best to deliver the best quality service. However, you just constrained a lot of things, business processes, things like that. You just realize that your expertise is not just enough to run a proper business. If you don't know me, my name is Bernice Hassan. I am the founder of Cardinal Counsel and Fashion Law Institute. Basically, I provide legal services under the Cardinal Counsel brand, and policy advocacy, and legal awareness are under the Fashion Law Institute brand. But it has been really life-changing running those two brands. However, I got to a point where I realized that it wasn't really about whether or not you could do the service. I'm a legal expert, that's what I do, and I know that that's not in doubt. However, running a business requires more than just being qualified to provide that service. You have to have some seamless operations. You have to have like regular updates to your clients. You have to communicate as frequent as possible, and it's something that we've been struggling with internally because we are doing the work. But how do we get our clients to know that we are actually doing the work? I recently expanded my team to about 5 lawyers, and how do we set up an operating system that makes it very seamless for us to deliver quality service? It was one of the things that have been on my mind. The first half has actually been a very amazing, period. We made a lot of money, but the problem is, how do we consistently keep the money coming while also guaranteeing that we're going to provide quality service? Because as we're advertising, as we're putting ourselves out there, we're getting clients, but it's just really difficult managing the operations and not having that expertise, not knowing who to just really help to make all of these things just go away. And what I mean by go away is basically automated. How do I send updates to my team? How do they know that there's a particular task assigned to them? How do they know that there's a deadline to that? How exactly does that even work in a law firm, right? I've seen that work before because I've worked with other people, but somehow as lawyers we've been able to maneuver our ways. But I don't want a business that is very dependent on my availability, right? I want something that works plug and play. Once they put it there, everybody knows what to do. I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I know what the team is expected to do per time, and the clients are very comfortable and they get frequent updates. So yeah, last week I was just speaking to Sheba about these issues and how that I wanted to do better for my business, and of course, being as amazing as she is, she decided to provide this service for us to just help us with our operations, help us set up systems that makes everything easy and makes us being able to accommodate more clients, and then also serve them better. Because honestly, customer satisfaction is what I believe should be at the forefront. So I'm excited to start a session with Sheba, and I hope that, it's a productive one. I know it's going to be productive, but stay tuned. Okay.
Click on it.
This is
Yes, it's highlighted. It's colored now, so that means it's click.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You need to work. I can access all these workspaces too. So I can move this folder to another space, but I can't move the space to another workspace. These are Notion functionalities. I don't know if you've seen this in Notion. How about you? No. My name is Sheba. So this is how far we have come with the setup. This stuff you're seeing here is the
So hello everyone, Sheba taught us how to use ClickUp today, and from our session it was quite engaging and it was simple. With this, I believe that we'll have more structure around how we carry out operations in Cardinal Council. I think that it makes things easy, it makes things organized. Organized is the word. It makes things organized. It was really enlightening and I really loved the session. I think so. Okay.
if you're starting a new business, operations is like the most important thing. That's like the thing that you're supposed to have before you even like do anything else. Whether before you do branding, before you do I want to have a name. Like once you have an operations system and like you test that system, especially if you're looking to actually get like your first clients and stuff. And I actually also learned the hard way. I launched my architecture firm without operations. I launched my architecture firm with the whole like, okay, this is what we're going to sell, this is our vision, this is our brand, all of that. I actually faced it, It's now that we're just like clarifying our operations, even down to like the type of clients that we're actually going to take in terms of character. Like the clients that we're taking have to be able to follow our system. Do you understand? So hi guys, so today has ended and it was actually really nice doing like the whole operations thing with Bernice, that's my lawyer, Cardinal Council. I enjoyed it in as much as I was really tired, but that's very intense, and I think this is giving me context as to how I should actually package and launch the operations toolkit. So I'm going to be putting like a wait list thing in the caption. You will either see a link for a wait list or a link to actually purchase any of like the packages if it's already available. So you can like get that in the description. And I also like you guys to also comment on things that you think would work for your own business, like type or your industry. So that would also give me context on how to like package things. But I think from what we've done today, Bernice, it is something that is tried and tested. I think it would work. Not even I think, it will work for like various businesses. So I'm looking forward to like helping you guys. Yeah. Are you guys the only train? What did you do? Hey, you should not confuse me. I was yeah. So we're done.
Yes, so this is our final session with Sheba, and I must say that it has been enlightening. It has been mind-boggling because, like, I can't believe that my systems were left unattended to. A lot of things that I just assumed because we're using a previous solution before, I just assumed that just opening the page and assigning tasks to my team and that was all. But now we are able to be fully onboarded on the site. Having all of our meeting tied to one particular platform, everything there, even having to send updates as frequent as we do it, because sometimes we do this task, but sending an email to confirm that we've done it sometimes can be lost in transition. But right now it just feels very amazing that we've gone through this session and it's the final one. I know we're going to have like subsequent sessions again to just go over implementation. My team is excited though. I'm excited about this. Thank you so much, Sheba, for taking your time to actually do this for us.
Okay, so what really is operations? And I'm actually explaining this from the very beginning for someone out there who is a small business that's never ever heard of this before, right? Because I won't say it's a technical term, but it's a term that you would most likely hear in business school. Because like out of all the things business, people never talk about operations. I don't know, I hardly hear people talk about operations. Operations essentially is just focused on your day-to-day activities when it comes to running your business. So for example, if every morning I wake up, I go to the office, when I open my laptop, I first of all send out emails, and then maybe I start talking to customers, I create content, I market my products. Like these are activities that you do to actually like keep your business running. Your operations system is a system that you put in place to guide your day-to-day activities. That's includes your operations. So it's pretty straightforward, simple. If you don't actually take the step to building your operation system and also moving up the ladder in quotes business systems or operation system that you are exhibiting, you're going to remain on the same spot in your growth scale. That's just the major reason. In fact, that's like the core foundation of it, and I'll explain why. So there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stages in this entire operational system setup, right? Which obviously tied to different points of scale. So the first one, which is at the bottom, is manual chaos, and that's when everything that happens in your business is vibes. So you don't even know what you're going to do tomorrow. Like basic to-do list, you don't even have. Then the next point of the list is batching. And this is the stage where you have some sort of plan. At this point, you have a to-do list. So, but you now see that, okay, I have a lot of things to do on to-do list. Let me settle down and do as much as I can in one period of time. Think of it as batch creating content. You have a lot of content to create, and then you now sit down in one go and create everything. The next one after that is outsourcing. And this is where things start to leave your table and you start to assume the entrepreneurial role or CEO role. That's if you are actually registered as an LLC. Then the next stage after that is templates. Now, when you start outsourcing to people, is where you start to get that fear of, oh, what if they do it wrong? What if I waste my money? So what the first thing that actually helps you to kind of cut that is not the thing that actually solves the problem, but it just helps you to like on the surface just make it better, is when you have templates, when you templateize the things that you do so that it's easy for someone to do it as well. Then after that is now where you now take it a step further and you start to delegate. Now when you get to the stage of delegating is when you actually now finally have a team that you can call your own team. That's your team in-house. And these people is different from outsourcing, because for outsourcing they can work for other people, but when you're in the delegating stage, you have your own team and you're actually delegating within your team. Everybody is working together for a common goal for a long period of time, right? The next one after delegation is systems. Now, when you start delegating to your team, there's going to be a lot more chaos. So you it's kind of like you're experiencing manual chaos, but it's not manual chaos of multiple people and not just you. So if you don't have systems, right, that manual chaos will come back to bite you in your ass when you get to delegation stage. That's how it is. Then the final stage is automation, and that's the part that I'm trying to get into, because automation will just make your life easy in the sense that some of these processes can be automated. So for example, those emails now, if you are sending those emails every day and it's literally the same content but just a change of dates, why can't I automate that email so that I don't have to manually do the sending of the email? You get what I mean? Those are the different stages. So as a solopreneur, how all of this is useful is that taking your operations seriously would take you from that manual chaos all the way to the top. And as you go all the way to the top, it's going to affect your growth scale, because what you would be able to achieve at the delegation stage, you cannot achieve it in manual chaos. If as a solopreneur you're stuck on that manual chaos stage, like it's just going to work for you, like in terms of growth. So, and one thing that I did when I was starting out in business, especially when I was alone, I just knew that I just needed to document what I was working, like what I was doing. So if I get a new client today for the first time and I've never done it before, whatever I do for that project, I'll actually write it down that, okay, the first thing I did was to call the clients. The second thing I did was to research, that kind of thing. And then I'll start documenting those processes bit by bit. So what that does is it now helps you to have something to look back on and say, okay, this can be optimized. We can do without this step. let's remove this. So by the time you move up in the ladder, you just have something to like just translate into your system. So that's my recommendation for you as an SME or as a small business owner. Aside that, another recommendation I'll give you is to get my operations toolkit, because I actually mapped out standard processes for different industries. So you will definitely find one that fits you, so you don't have to do the trial and error of testing what works, because I already have tested and like put everything together. So you can actually get the operations toolkit and just check the description for how to get that. I think I said everything I need to say today. So but stick around for the vlog and I'll see you. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is my checklist. I have on this side